officially summer. That means our new potatoes are ready for harvesting. Come and have a look with us and let's see what we got. Hello, welcome to English Country Life. Welcome to the garden on a beautiful day. We've been asked to always show where we can the outcomes of the projects and the growing techniques and the crafts that we do. So today, the first official day of summer, is a day when we're going to invite you to come with us and have a look at the new potatoes that we planted in sacks back in March. So here we are in the greenhouse on the 17th of April. So this greenhouse is going to be our tomato greenhouse this year, and in fact you can see on this side we've already popped a few in, and we started the potatoes in sacks in here in order to give them a really good early start. These are first early variety and we wanted to get them off well so they get a much warmer climate inside the greenhouse than they would have done outside in early spring. But as you can see, plenty of top growth now, good, vigorous, healthy plants. So it's time to move them outside. So it's Easter. The potatoes are doing beautifully well. In fact, they've gone so well that I need to earth them up. We earth them up for a number of reasons, principal amongst which is that any of the forming potatoes that are exposed to sunlight will turn green and become unusable. But also with the sack ground method, if we add more compost at this stage, we're providing additional nutrition and additional moisture retention so that we're creating a better growing environment for the new forming potatoes. I also find that they provide additional support for the haulms, H-A-U-L-M-S, meaning the top growth of the potatoes. So let's bring you in nice and close and we can show you how you do it. So here's a typical sack of new potatoes. Top growth more than 6 inches. So the technique goes like this. Firstly, unroll the sack a bit. Give yourself a few more inches of sack space. Hold the haulms, the top growth, away to one side. Use a trowel, or in my case, a coal shovel, and pop compost all around the top growth. What you're trying to do is keep your top growth to the middle. And if you're using a dry compost and you see me shake the sack, it'll even itself out so that everything comes up and it's an even layer of compost around it. And you've popped your compost in, give the sack a good drink, both to moisten the compost but also to wash it into every nook and cranny. And your top growth, your haulms, should be level-ish with the top of the sack and the compost just an inch or two below that. And we'll keep doing that through the season until we start seeing the potatoes flower, and the flowering of the potatoes indicates to us that they're starting to form the tubers under the compost. Here we are again. It's the 28th of April, and as you can see we have lots and lots of lovely top growth come again on these potatoes. Please forgive the wind noise. I could choose to shoot on a wind-free day, but you'd only get one video a year. Same procedure as before. We'll just unroll the sacks so only a couple of inches of top growth shows. We'll use the trusty coal shovel, fill them up with garden compost. It's the 10th of May now, and I've just earthed up the sacked first earlies for the 3rd time, and that's as far as we're going to earth them up So now we'll just wait for them to flower and develop their tubers. Here we are, one sack of home guard variety first early potatoes. Let's see what we have. What I love about this technique is the harvesting is simple and clean and quick. You pop your sack in a wheelbarrow. You have a container to put the haulms, the green stuff, into, and a bowl to take your spuds into the kitchen. Take a Mark 1 penknife and cut that sack open. May not look like much. You get hold of the haulms all in a group, just give them a light shake, and like buried treasure, there are all our potatoes, and the haulms in one bundle into the bin for composting. You do have to have a bit of a ferret through the compost, so what I tend to do is pick out the potatoes that I can see, and you quickly get your eye in. More than you think, isn't there? Now there'll be a few more when we empty out the sack completely. There we go. There we are then. That's enough for a meal. One sack. 2 minutes, no mess, no fuss, into the pan. They don't need peeling. Wash them off under the tap, just get rid of any soil. Boil for a few minutes, knob of butter, a bit of mint. Absolutely delicious. And when you've finished harvesting your potatoes, empty your wheelbarrow onto the raised bed, like that. The haulms, the green stuff from our potatoes, go into the composter, because in 9 months' time we're going to need them, because this will be the compost that next year's potatoes get grown in. And that's the results of our sack growing potatoes. It's a technique we particularly favour for 3 main reasons. Firstly, we can extend the growing season by starting them in the greenhouse before we want to put in tomatoes and chilies and the other things that we grow in there mainly. And when you're trying to be self-reliant, having a longer growing season really helps. We don't want to have to wait for the fresh new potatoes, we want them as soon as possible. Secondly, we can grow these potatoes in odd corners. We've got them up against a stock fence in places we can't dig and it wouldn't be suitable to dig, but it makes our growing space work better. And third, as you've seen, you can very quickly and easily harvest enough just for one meal, and we like that. If this kind of stuff is useful to you, please give us a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more on the gardening stuff, leave us a comment. There is so much more that we could show you, but only if you're interested. And lastly, if you want to see more of our videos, click the subscribe button, hit the bell next to it, and you'll hear every time we publish a new one. But whatever you do, come back and see us soon. You take care.